About some more morality with this, it looks bad to be outward rageful. And yes, some people are just dangerous when they're dysregulated. There are some baddies when it comes to that. Of course there is, especially the ones who don't care or they're not aware, like I said earlier. But like with shame, some of us are just outward with our shame and some of us are disconnected with it. The same with rage. Some of us are just outward with rage and some of us are just disconnected from it. So some more about some inward rage, folks. This is more subtle and tricky to get. Those who have some inward rage, you might be surprised that you have rage at all, since it manifests as things like self-destruction, self-sabotage, inward pressure. Your strategy may have been modeled to you was never to put anger out there. Inward rage folks are like superheroes who absorb dangerous energy on the battlefield. But unlike a Marvel superhero who can redirect the rage and put it out there, inward rage folks, they just absorb it instead of shooting the bad guys with what they just absorbed. You get stuck with it. And that's an old strategy. You don't redirect it as a weapon outward. You keep absorbing it at your own expense, probably going to affect you physically, and it's just kind of hanging out there. And as an interesting side note, there are some kids who feel everything in a family that the rest refuse and don't feel. Some survivors are usually highly sensitive that took on all those feelings as a self-sacrifice strategy. Outward rage folks can be highly sensitive too, but I'm just kind of saying, did you maybe feel everything from the family and absorbed everything? And for those of you with outward rage, a lot of it is confusing since it might be misplaced. Might come out at the wrong time, or more commonly when you're angry and upset, you might be defensive about that. Or you might be reactive when people are like, whoa. It might feel like your family is again telling you you're wrong and you're selfish to be mad. Like the kid that feels everything. Those with outward rage might have felt the injustice when no one else was making any action on the injustice because they were so shut down. And the outward rage folks as a kid might have been sort of telling the truth, but then you get abused for telling the truth. Also a kind of a thing that falls into the outward rage kind of a thing. Or worse, being told that you're out of control with your anger when it's actually appropriate and you're having an appropriate reaction to the childhood situation like betrayal or chaos or adults not telling the truth kind of a thing. And does that feel familiar to you? Because that's a thing, being told that your emotions are wrong when they're actually appropriate about a chaotic or crazy-making situation in your family. Both outward and inward rage people may have heard that they're the problem and made to feel crazy about that.